everyone, this is Rachel from Mini Ministry coming to you today to talk to you about the Big Bang Theory. So it is a common thing known that a lot of public schools teach it, a lot of people believe it, that some billions of years ago, I read one article today that said 13.89 billion years ago, others that are saying 30, 40, 50 billion years. It's quite a big difference of time, I must say. All these billions of years ago, millions, billions, whatever the case may be, all these years ago, basically what happened was somewhere in the cataclysmic outer realm of the world, things came together just right, the Big Bang happened, and basically what spurred from that was Earth was formed, and then there was goo, I'll just go with the word goo, formed on the Earth. From that Earth it evolved, and that goo evolved and kept evolving, and we got plants and animals and essentially people and all this, and that's where evolution comes in, is with the theory of the Big Bang most of the time, so that those things work together to create the universe as we now know it. Okay. So before I attack this subject, I have to show you this visual aid. This is the best way I can convey to you why I cannot believe the Big Bang in any way, shape, or form. Not just as a Christian, which I can't because God's word is true and I'm going to stick to his days of creation, but because even as a logical human being, this is why I can't believe it. Okay. This is a bag of Legos. My son loves Legos, has them everywhere. I've sucked them up in the vacuum multiple times. So I just randomly went into, he's got a big tote full of just random Legos that we're organizing so that he can build some epic stuff. So I just grabbed several handfuls and put them into this Ziploc bag. Now, this is a great way to show you exactly what the Big Bang Theory really means. So if I take this bag and I shake it and shake it and shake it, how long would I have to shake this bag of Legos to make this all turn into something really epic? Do you think that if I keep shaking this bag for years and years and years, one day all of a sudden like a house would just be built in there? All of a sudden you'd have Lego people and all these things. If I move it around and just do this, all of a sudden, will this all be put together into one epic build? Now, I'm hoping that most of you watching this are pretty astounded good people and are going to look at me and would be like, you're nuts. Because you cannot create things out of Legos without having what? A creator. Oh, awesome, right? Light bulb moment. You cannot create things without a creator. It's not possible. Okay? This is a great example. I can shake this bag of Legos for the rest of my life. And then when I get old, I could pass it on to my kid, and he could pass it on to his kid or whatever. And the same people could be shaking it. And I could pretty much guarantee you that never in all the time that all of us would be shaking this for eternity here on Earth, right? All the time we have here on this world, that it will ever become a true Lego build. It will only be pieces of Lego. Because for Legos to be properly built, for Legos to be what they're supposed to be, and to be working and functioning, and to make sense, you need a creator. Which is ironic because a lot of things are called Lego Creator. There you go. Even Lego gets it, right? Okay. So the Big Bang is basically saying that this became an organized world. They took chaos and somehow made it organized. That's ridiculous, right? You look at this and I hope you see what I see. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Okay. So the Big Bang Theory is proposing that miraculously all these just happened. There is no creator. It just magically in the cosmos happened. We don't know where the cosmos came from, right? Just somehow the right things hit together at the right time and bam, it just all came together and the Big Bang happened. And then through the process of evolution, things came about. Plants, animals, people. And we're still evolving today. That's what they think. But I'm going to share something with you. Okay? I, as a Christian woman, am going to hold to the biblical perspective, as I hope all my dear friends out there, Christian brothers and sisters, would. I want to read to you Psalm 19:1. And I started writing this out, but I'm going to read you more than 19:1. Because I think 19:1 through 4 is a very important point, okay? It says, the heavens tell of the glory of God. The skies display his marvelous craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make him known. They speak without a sound or a word. Their voice is silent in the skies. Yet their message has gone out to all the earth, and their words to all the world. See, the Bible tells us that in 6 days in Genesis 1, God created the heavens and the earth. He created everything in there. He created the trees and the fruit and the flowers. He created the fish and the birds. He created the people, right? God said it, and it happened. That's as close to the Big Bang as I get. My friend, my dear friend Mike in Missouri texted me this morning and says, I believe in the Big Bang. I believe God said it, and bang, it happened. I love that quote. That's excellent. God is the creator, just like our Legos. The Legos cannot be put together without a creator. It's not possible. Okay? You can sit and shake that bag all day long. It will never become a Lego house or a Lego build because it just isn't going to work. The same thing is said of our own creation. You look around at this world, at the majesty that this world is. I cannot, in any logical way, see how there couldn't be a creator. Think about this. Our planet is the only planet that gets just the right amount of sun. We are tilted on an axis so that when it turns, we get the right amount of sun and the right amount of shade. We have fairly equal hours of day and night, right? So for things to grow and for us to sleep, day and nighttime. See, that's in Genesis. God created the night and the day. He separated it right there. Okay, so we have seasons, right? So we have spring, summer, winter, fall, and that changes, which helps us with our planting of our crops. And, animals and hibernation and all these things, right? You sit and if you really look at this world and you really sit and take in all that this world is, I think you'd find that it had to be created. We have oxygen on this world. That, my friends, is not a mistake. You cannot be on any other planet and just walk around and breathe. It's not possible. Scientists have shown it. Our world was planned. Our world was created by God for us to live and sustain here. We have ways to breathe, ways to eat. Look at the majesty and the awesomeness around us. Look at the miracle of childbirth. For you men, I know you can't fully comprehend, but work with me here. Amazingly, male and female come together, mom and dad, and make a baby. And in the womb, okay, the mother nourishes this child, gives it everything it needs, loves it, and then miraculously, the woman's body, somehow, I have watched kids be born, and I've had a kid myself, I still don't fully get it. But by some amazing miracle, the woman's body just flexes and births a child and creates new life. That is the most awesome thing I've ever witnessed. You know, you can see it even in animals. When you watch a litter of puppies be born, it's not quite as miraculous to me because, the whole carrying the baby in your room thing. But it's still the same principal point, right? All these things are planned. You think it's just by chance that the woman carries a child, it has the umbilical cord that nourishes it, gives it its blood, its life, and you think that's just by chance? You think it's by chance that we have everything in this world we need to survive? You think it's by chance that we are intelligent, created, intelligent people? You think that just happened from goo? Because I'm here to tell you, I find that very crazy. Even look at our DNA. No DNA is exactly the same. You want me to believe in the Big Bang and process of evolution? Explain to me then why DNA is different. You have a different scope of DNA than I do. Okay? There are similarities, but there's always differences within our DNA. Our blood types can be different. All of our features are different, but yet we are all one race. You know why? Because God created it that way. There are many things in this world that we will never be able to explain. Even as Bible-believing Christians, there are things we will never fully be able to explain. We have to take it on faith. But here's the thing. I don't need to explain it. I don't need to have all the answers because I trust the one who does, and I trust the one who created it. And that's enough. We can nitpick all day long, and we can have debates and arguments, and that's fine. It's all good and hearty fun, right? But the truth of the fact is, you really stop and look around. This world was not created by chance. It wasn't created just because magically in the cosmos, which, by the way, I've got to ask you, Big Bang theorist, then where did the cosmos come from? Where did that stuff come from, right? Everything has a beginning, except for God. God existed eternally past, and he exists forever. Okay? He's always been and always will be. And I know for most atheists, that's a really hard pill to swallow, because you're like, well, then where did God come from? God's always been. He was hovering above the world, and then he spoke, and it was. Some people see that as a cop-out. That's just an easy enough answer. But the truth of the fact is, you look at almost every modern religion and every modern belief, very few can fully explain where this world came from in enough detail for it to make perfect sense. And even if they could, and even if they follow the days of creation as God outlined in 6 days and what he did, the rest of it doesn't make sense after that. Only the Bible holds truth to that and repeats it multiple times through the scriptures. The heavens declare the glory of God and his workmanship, Psalm tells us. You lay back on a nice starry night and you look up at the stars. There are too many to count, as promised to Abraham. And it's amazing. You watch a sunrise and a sunset, and it's just timed perfectly. You sit there and breathe it in and just smell the beauty of the world. My friends, we do not live in a world of chance. We don't live in a world of possibilities and all this. We live in a world of creation, and we are part of the created. Without a doubt, creation is one of the most greatest miracles throughout the entire Bible, because without it, nothing else is. That is the beginning of the great miracles. That is one of God's very first miracle. He spoke and it was. I could sit here all day and do this. You know what? Not even one of them are put together. I can't wait millions of years to think that maybe, just maybe, this would work. And neither should you. I encourage you today to sit and study the scriptures, read over the account in Genesis, pray, and seek God's guidance. Go for a walk. Or if you live where I do and it's really, really cold right now, just sit and stare outside and be in awe of the creation of God. Because this world isn't here because it just happened. It's here because, much like these Legos, they need a creator. And God, in his awesomeness and majesty, created it. Hope that was fun and informative. And I pray that you seek God's guidance when looking for answers. Thank you all. Have a great day. Until next time.